everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur. You can also follow the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur fan page and follow me on Twitter at DGoddess27. So let's get into it. Now, this is basically an update from a story that I covered earlier. Well, actually, I covered it last week or over the weekend, perhaps. I want to say it was probably Friday or Saturday. But anyway, it's a story about this man in Florence, South Carolina, Charles Montgomery Allen, who shot. He was just fired into traffic and shot an 8-year-old child and his father who were passing by. The father was shot in the leg and the son was shot in the neck, and he died. And I told you when I reported it that it reminded me of the 7-year-old girl, Jasmine, who was killed in Texas, right? Maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And her sister identified or gave a composite sketch, gave the information for a sketch artist to form a composite of a white male wearing a gray hoodie with a bald head and blue eyes. Remember all of that? And it reminded me of the same thing, okay? Only difference is they ended up blaming 2 black men, and they say the men confessed, but I don't believe a word of it. I don't believe that white guy is not the killer, and I told you all of that. I'm not going to even get into it because it just ticks me off every time I think about it. So, man charged in the death of 8-year-old boy says he's the victim. Said he was hearing noises in Florence County. This is what he said. And so Charles Montgomery Allen had a lot to say during his bond hearing on Wednesday morning at the Florence County Law Enforcement Complex. So Magistrate Belinda Timmons arraigned Allen on 1 count of murder and 9 counts of attempted murder in connection with shootings last Saturday in the area of 3106 Old River Road in Florence County. Okay, that must have been when I reported this was on Saturday. Okay, so let me go to the footage so you can see this idiot, this whole thug killer, and what he had to say when he was in court. Now he wants to try to play crazy. You know, they always go for the mental illness card when they're caught up in their racist BS. Everyone, please get those likes up and share. Subscribe if you enjoy the commentary. Thank you in advance.
A Florence County man accused of randomly shooting and killing an 8-year-old boy had a lot to say in court today during his hearing. Police say he randomly shot at a number of cars last Saturday near his home on Old River Road in Florence County. An 8-year-old boy and his father were hit. The child died Monday. The judge asked Allen several times if he understood that he's now charged with murder and 9 counts of attempted murder. At first, Allen didn't answer, but then he told the judge he's been trying to get help for 2 years.
I've never been a criminal in my life. I came home about 2 years ago from truck driving, and something's been after me. I can't explain it. It's out of my realm of understanding, but to say that's not the case would be a lie. And I've never had a bad intention towards anyone in my life.
He went on to say he wasn't trying to shoot anyone. Allen finally answered the judge and said he understood the charges against him. The judge denied bond for Charles Allen on his attempted murder charges. Because magistrate judges can't set bond for murder charges, he'll stay in custody for now.
So what an entire load of BS. Sitting there trying to act like he hears voices and saying something has been after him and he wasn't trying to kill anybody. Well, why were you shooting into traffic at the cars that were riding by? Of course he was trying to kill someone, okay? And likely specifically a black person, as far as I'm concerned. He's a whole racist. That's just what it is. I don't care what anyone says. And now he wants to try to play crazy. Please miss me with it. Meanwhile, he's killed this poor little child who was on vacation with his family. Let me show you a picture of him. Always some idiotic excuse. That's the child right there, 8 years old, and unfortunately he died last Monday of his injuries. Now, they go on to say that Allen had to face a judge again after his attempted murder charge in the shooting of 8-year-old Quarius Nakwa Dunham, who was upgraded. The charges were upgraded to murder after the child died on Monday. Deputies said that he was randomly shooting at cars when he shot the boy and his father, who was driving the vehicle. The boy passed away Monday night from injuries suffered in the shooting. His father is expected to be okay. But can you just imagine You're on vacation trying to enjoy yourself and having a good time, trying to show your child something fun. You know what I'm saying? And then your child gets killed by some idiot. Timmons initially asked Allen if he understood the charges against him, but he didn't answer. Oh, he knows the charges. That's why he's trying to lie and act like he's, just oblivious. Allen replied that he's a victim and he's been trying to get help for the past 2 years. Saying that, can I say that I have been a victim here well over 2 years? Every device I have has been hacked. Every device, my cell phones, my TV. I can't even get a signal at my home to watch TV. Like there is some kind of jammer in the area. I have been a total victim for well over 2 years. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? What does that have to do with the fact that he killed someone's child and shot the boy's father? What does any of this have to do? See, he's babbling and talking crazy because he's trying to get his defense all together, okay? Not guilty by reason of insanity is what he's hoping for. Please pay attention to the nefariousness of it all, honey. But they say we play the victims. No, that's what they do when they're caught up in their BS. So goes on to say, he says, like there is some kind of jammer in the area. I have been a total victim for well over 2 years. And I said over and over and over, I did not want anyone to get hurt. This is not the first. Now, the first time I went and stole some stuff from the store just to see if there was still law and order in existence to what's been going on in my life. I wanted to see if there was law and order. That was when I came in here for stealing some Raisin Bran. I have a clean record. I have never been a criminal in my life. I came home about 2 years ago from truck driving, and something has been after me. I can't explain it. It is out of my realm of understanding. But to say that that's not the case would be a lie. And I have never had bad intentions toward anyone in my life. Please, like I said, if he didn't have bad intentions and he wasn't trying to hurt anyone and didn't want anyone to get hurt, why would you be shooting? Why would you even have a gun? Please sit down somewhere with all this lies and foolishness. Now, he continued to interrupt Judge Timmons, when she asked him over and over if he understood the charges against him. Timmons explained to him that his hearing was to deal with bond matters. What will take place if you have a medical issue? There is medical staff. So at that point, if the jail sees fit that you need medical attention, that's when they'll see him, right? And then that is something that the jail will handle at that later time. But today is just a bond hearing, just your bond hearing. I want to make sure that you understand what I went over with you, because that's most important, that you do have to be able to comprehend what I just said. This is what the magistrate explained. Allen again didn't answer. Goes on to say, so I'm so lost right now. I've been lost for 2 years, trying to figure out how my devices can be hacked. And I can have audibles in my home, but barely audibles coming into my home, saying things. And they're directional. I mean, it's barely audible. It's not something in my head. It's barely audible. It's a noise. It's a sound, says Allen. Now, Timmons again told Allen of the charges against him and that his bond would be denied. You have a denied bond, and I want to make sure you understand what I just went over. Do you understand that I just said that you are being charged with murder, and right now with 9 counts of attempted murder, says Magistrate Timmons. Allen answered saying, and I am trying to explain it that I have acted out before, and nothing happened because I have been trying to figure out what's going on for over 2 years now, well over 2 years, and I wasn't trying to shoot anyone. And I said over and over, and I know they can hear me because they can hear me and they'll respond, he says. Now, mind you, he's really putting on the show right now because he's talking about they can hear me. Who is they? The voices in his head that he's pretending that he's talking to? Obviously. Now, at that point, Timmons again explained to him the matter at hand. Mr. Allen, what I am asking you to do, what I'm asking is, do you understand that you are being charged with a murder and 9 counts of attempted murder? Just need you to answer yes or no. At that point, he answered yes. Just wanted to make sure you understood. Now, deputies initially said that Allen shot 3 cars, but now say it was multiple cars, and that's why he faces 9 counts of attempted murder. Allen is set to appear in court in July and in September. He is expected to be appointed a public defender to represent him. Allen can request a preliminary hearing and another bond hearing at a later time. He remains at the Florence County Detention Center. Honey, I hope he gets the death penalty. I swear I do. This is all so crazy. And he's sitting up here trying to act like, let me go to the footage of when this first happened, and they were out there looking, checking the crime scene and all of that. Like stuff, everyone. Please like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Thank you in advance.
The first ever Paddle for Pals at the Murrells Inlet Marsh Walk. The event raised money for South Carolinians in need of service dogs. And ABC 15's Joel Vasquez was there earlier today. He joins us now live from Murrells Inlet with more on it. Joel.
Hold on, my mistake. That was the wrong video. That was the wrong video. Hold on just a moment. Let me pull this up. Okay, here it is.
From gun violence. Police say the 8-year-old boy that was randomly shot while riding in a car with his father has died. Now, the child's family, deputies, and people in the community were all praying for the 8-year-old to pull through. ABC 15's Tanya Brown has been covering this tragic incident since it happened. She's live for us tonight outside the Florence studio. Tanya.
Simon, the child, has family in Darlington County. They say he's from New Hampshire and was in town with his parents for a family function. They never imagined the boy's visit would end with him losing his life. Deputies responded to an active shooter situation Saturday on Old River Road in Lower Florence County. Officers say 3 cars passing through were hit with bullets. An 8-year-old boy and his father both shot. I talked with Sheriff T.J. Joy on scene the day of the shootings.
That child has gone into surgery now, and I don't know the outcome of that as of now. It saddens me.
Deputies prayed that the child would make it, but 8-year-old Quarius Dunham passed away Monday evening.
Sadness over this incident. And, at this point, our condolences, our thoughts and our prayers are within the families of the victims.
Deputies tell me Charles Allen was behind the gun, hiding in the woods, shooting at cars as they passed his home. Joy says Allen fired more than 100 rounds.
Possession of a violent.
Allen didn't say anything during his bond hearing Sunday. Calvin Cade had a lot to say. He was one of the victims.
So I ducked and stepped on the accelerator to get past him, and he shot again into the car at a lower front headlight and came through the vehicle.
Allen was initially charged with attempted murder in the boy's shooting. That charge upgraded to murder today. Sheriff Joy says since Allen's arrest, they've gotten more calls of people saying their cars were too hit with bullets on Old River Road.
We may be upgrading charges or filing additional charges as the investigation continues.
Allen's bond has been denied. At this time, investigators say they still aren't sure of a motive for the shootings. Live in Florence, Tanya Brown, ABC 15 News.
Thank you, Tanya. Now, the Child School District in New Hampshire released a statement saying his death has touched the entire community and their hearts are with his family.
And they said they don't have a motive for the shooting. Oh, I think I have a motive, and I think it's racism. Honey, I wouldn't be surprised if everybody that he shot at was black. So far, the people that I've seen, they were black people, okay? He's clearly just a nefarious, demonic being, and that's just what it is, honey. And he wants to sit there and play crazy like he doesn't have a clue what is going on or why. Please. Anyways, so crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay, so let me pull up this other story. Everyone, please like and share, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, thank you in advance. And so anyway, unfortunately, former Dallas Cowboys running back Marion Barber was found dead in his apartment. Now, I'm late on this because this came out like two days ago. According to the Dallas Cowboys, the team's former running back, Marion Barber, was found dead in his apartment by police officers on Wednesday who were responding to a welfare check after someone had called about a water leak coming from his apartment. Now, his cause of death is undetermined at this point. And so they say the Cowboys released a statement saying that we are heartbroken by the tragic death of Marion Barber III. Marion was an old school, hard-nosed football player who ran with a will to win every down. He had a passion for the game and a love for his coaches and teammates. Our hearts go to Marion's family and friends during this difficult time. They say Barber, who would have turned 39 on June the 10th, was drafted in the 4th round of the 2005 NFL Draft by the Cowboys. He played for the team for 6 seasons of his 8 seasons. The running back ended his career with the Chicago Bears in 2011. Barber made the Pro Bowl in 2007, amassing 975 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns. Although he was not a starter, he finished with 4,780 career rushing yards on 1,156 attempts, averaging 4.1 yards per attempt and 53 rushing touchdowns. 47 came with the Dallas Cowboys, ranking him 4th in team history. He also caught 179 passes for 1,330 yards for 6 touchdowns as a receiver. Barber had just 42 career starts, serving mostly as part of a 2-back system his whole career, splitting time with Julius Jones or Felix Jones. But he was often used as the red zone back, scoring at least 4 touchdowns in each of his 7 pro seasons, including 14 in 2006. So this is also said, they say, according to NBC Sports, Barber's family consisted of several pro football players. He was the older brother of former Houston Texans safety Dominic Barber and former University of Minnesota linebacker Thomas Barber. They were all sons of former NFL player Marion Barber Jr. Barber was also known for his humanitarian efforts. He gave back to his community and worked with his own foundation. That is so sad. Prayers and condolences for his family. Just a young man gone too soon. Let me put his picture up on the screen for those of you who don't know who he is. So that's him there. With that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. Please be sure to like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Until next time, beloveds, I wish you all love, peace, and prosperity. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. And I will talk to you all again soon.
In order for you and me to devise some kind of method or strategy to offset some of the events or a repetition of the events that have taken place here in Los Angeles recently, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put 2 dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coon. The white man to go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate
Ahmadiyyah. Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.